Look at this. It is a simple, tiny rubber band. It may seem like nothing, but it is the perfect symbol for your life. Every version of you, past, present, and future, is tangled in this strange stretch of memory, possibility, and change. We are not who we were yesterday, nor who we'll be tomorrow. But here's the thing. Your past and future selves aren't strangers. They're still you, just stretched thin by time. And here's the thing. The farther away a version of you gets, whether it's you 5 years ago or you 5 years from now, the more your brain condenses it. This makes sense when we consider the basic principle of perception. As objects become more distant, they become less discriminable or compressed. Neuroscientists call this temporal self-compression, and studies show that as we think about our past or future selves, our brains treat them as though they're separate people, distant, abstract, and harder to connect with. I felt this when I was reading my childhood journal. The handwriting was mine, but the dreams, it felt like reading about an absolute stranger. Trying to imagine myself at 60, it's like staring into fog. And what's extraordinary about this is what it looks like in brain scans. When we think about our present self, our brain lights up our medial prefrontal cortex, which is our brain self-center, like a constellation. But ask it to imagine you in a decade, whole neural networks go 50% darker, especially in areas that process identity and emotional connection. Childhood memories trigger areas that we use for thinking about other people. So it's not just a weaker activation, it's our brain struggling to recognize that distant person as you. See, we often talk about present me and past me as though they're separate people. Like when I think about my 11-year-old self's obsession with bucket hats. Like, was that really me? But on a more serious note, I think it's a bit more complicated than that. You're not just who you are right now. It's not that the past you is gone. It's still here, in the tension, in the stretch, in the pull. So that time you bombed the test, you swore you'd do better next semester, that's still part of you. You're the sum of all the people you've been and the person you're still becoming. Acknowledging this has important implications on self-understanding and personal growth. Revisiting our past selves helps us to spot growth. I used to cry over group projects, and now I just annoy my classmates with overly detailed PowerPoint presentations. Reconnect with forgotten dreams. Wait, I wanted to learn the violin, then why did I ever stop? And forgive yourself. Past me thought winging it was a legit study strategy. She may have failed a couple of times, but at least she tried her best. This is your sense of self, stretching across time. So that childhood home that floods you with memories, these are your temporal selves, different versions of you frozen in time. 1 minute, you're vibing to your 12-year-old self's cringe playlist. The next, you're back to your slightly more mature present self. It's like when you find an old diary entry that says, "Ew, I hate coffee, I'll never drink it in my life, it's disgusting." But here you are, a Starbucks regular. And here's the trippy part. We actually need this time travel ability, although the journey is not always easy. Revisiting our past selves helps us to spot growth, as I said, reconnect with forgotten dreams, and forgive yourself. And this idea, it works both ways. The future you that you imagine, excelling in grad school, acing their driver's license, and finally mastering eyeliner, guilty, needs you to show up today. Don't view future success as some distant fantasy. It's actively built brick by brick through your daily life. So think about it. The study sessions that you skip out on now, that's future you pulling an all-nighter before an exam. The money that you spend impulsively, that's future you missing out on your favorite artist concert tickets. And the "I'll start tomorrow" mindset, like, "Mom, I'll just clean my room later," but later never comes. Your future self won't be free from procrastination overnight. That's today you's job. Our brain, it's wired for the present moment, while the future often feels a bit abstract. We give our full attention to what's now, while the future may seem hazy. But here's the crucial point. Your future is a direct result of what you do today. The secret is ensuring that your future self matters to your present self. So here's your action plan. See the future. Replace those fuzzy dreams with concrete vision boards. Make future rewards more visible, compelling, and tangible. Connect the dots. Understand that your present actions directly lead to future outcomes. Future you will thank present you for not posting that thirst trap. And finally, don't hold grudges against yesterday's you. Acknowledge that they did their best and move forward without that baggage. The most successful people aren't those with rigid life plans. They are those that can balance consistency and growth. Your past self got you here, and your future self is counting on you now. Your past self may have binge-watched anime instead of studying Spanish, and we've all been there and done that some way or another, so that's okay. But your future self is counting on you to hit play on Duolingo today, literally or metaphorically, so take this as a sign. See, we often talk about finding ourselves, as though there's this one unbroken, perfect thread of who we are. But I think that every version of you, past, present, and future, is still part of who you are. The trick isn't about finding ourselves in a singular moment. It's about recognizing that we are always in stretch, always in motion, and always evolving. So no matter how much the past might seem like a distant memory, or the future seems like an abstract idea, they are not separate. They're still right here in the tension of the moment. And you hold the power to stretch, compress, pull yourself back, and to move forward. You hold the power to reshape and reimagine who you've been and who you're still becoming. The rest, that's the adventure. Thank you.